Hi, it's Tom again with Digital Foundry, this time checking out how Fallout 4 fares on PC. This is the one we've been looking forward to. As covered in our console-focused comparison, there's actually very little to tell PS4 and Xbox One apart, but on a reasonably spec PC the situation changes, and as you'd expect, the best settings are reserved for its Ultra Graphics preset. So what does this Ultra preset amount to in practice? Well, as you can see, we're getting the same assets as on console. All textures on PS4 and Xbox One are on par with PC's Ultra setting, so there's no gains to be found here. Then again, draw distances do see a big upgrade, particularly once you start pushing the object and geometry fade settings up to Ultra. This overview of the Boston Wasteland shows several settings in play, for example, and everything from building geometry, trees, shadows and smaller objects render in at a much greater range on PC. Viewed from a range, visibility is seriously cut back on console, while PC has a flourishing look. From our deductions, this is down to consoles running at PC's lowest grass setting, while shadow distance is set to medium. On the plus side, objects in the far distance are still rendered at close to the high setting on console, such as major landmarks that we can thankfully travel towards by eye. On balance, this paring back in LODs goes unnoticed during regular play on console, and it's only in side-by-side comparisons like this that you realise what you're missing. Also, it's fair to say you need a big view of the world to see it. But one thing does irk, and that's the shadow draw distance on PS4 here. As we walk towards the City College, there's an obvious cascade effect in play, a line just ahead of the player that determines where the shadow can appear. It's a little distracting on PS4, and it's one of the things we most appreciate about moving to PC. Shadows also have a general quality advantage on PC's Ultra settings. We get sharper edges to shadow outlines as the time of day shifts by. A cleaner, clearer look for sure, though it does take some close comparisons to pick out. For the most part, shadows on PS4 and Xbox One already look solid, but the added refinement on PC is just a plus. Now the third major difference is in PC's lighting. The God Ray effect in particular produces an unusual dither effect on consoles. It's as a result of these machines cutting the resolution down to around a quarter of the full 1080p resolution they produce. At Ultra though, it's much more refined, with no stair-stepping to geometry that crosses its path. Again, it's one less distraction. Sadly, there's no way to improve other settings in a similar way on PC, at least not by the official route. GPU control panel options are available, and mods are likely to twist the game into better shape. For example, screen space ambient occlusion is used here, as with on console as well, and it's the best in-game setting we have. Unfortunately, it doesn't really hold up and produces a dither effect. Otherwise, most other settings are identical between PC and console, down to the screen space reflections, motion blur and water shaders during rain. All told, we're looking at a PC advantage in draw distances, shadows and God rays, but at a micro level, it's the same core asset work and geometry shared between all formats. For the more lavish settings we expected of this PC version, we may just have to wait to see what the modding scene produces in the coming months. Anyway, that's it for now. Let us know what you think in the comments and feel free to like or subscribe below, and until the next analysis, thanks for watching.